Alright, let's make a mallet. We're going to go to New, Standard, Inch IPT, Create. We're going to create a 2D sketch. Choose whatever plane you like. Alright, so the mallet is going to be 1.5 inches in diameter and 3 inches high with a 1/2 inch kind of half round detail that goes around the circumference of it. To draw this, we're going to use a revolve command. So first we're going to draw we're going to draw kind of the radius of it. So I'm going to choose the 2-point rectangle, start at the origin and go out. I'm going to make it the radius, so it's 0.75, then tab, and then it's 3 inches high. So hit enter, and now I don't want any more of those, so I'm going to right click and check OK, go to the top, and there's sort of half the profile of it. So now I'm going to go to circle, click right on the line, and you can see the arrow, the blue arrow going to the red line that shows that they're connected. Go to left click, go out, and then type 0.5 for a 1/2 inch. And same thing down here, 0.5. Okay, then I'm going to right click, check OK. Now I'm going to dimension this from the end to the center, 1/2 inch, 0.5. And the same thing down here. Whoops. Try that again. From the end to the center. I'm not looking for that. There, that's what I want. 0.5 and hit enter. Alright. So now I'm going to use the trim tool to delete the stuff I don't want. You see it turns into dots. That's how you know what you're deleting. So left click, and left click. Okay. So that's all the things I wanted to do. Forgot to save it. Let's save this now before we move on. So nothing happens. Finish my sketch. Try that again. So we're going to save, and we're going to call it mallet head. Alright. Now we're going to... Okay, so now we're going to use the revolve. So I click on revolve. It already auto chooses it because it's the only thing in the view. Go to axis and click on this center line, the line that would kind of be in the very center of the whole thing, and it revolves it all the way around. That's what I wanted, so I'm going to check OK. Alright, so that's the basic mallet head. Now we're just going to add a couple more features. We're going to put a chamfer around each end. So the chamfer is going to be a 1/16 of an inch in diameter, which is 0.0625 inches. And I'll click on either end and check OK. So now there's this sort of 45-degree cutoff just to smooth it out. Okay, now I'm going to look at end on, because we need to find a plane that is tangent to the edge of the mallet head so that we can put a detail on it, a point that's going to let us drill a hole in it. So I'm going to go to offset from plane under the work features tab, and then I'm going to go over here to the origin, expand it, and you can see that the YZ goes right to the center, so that's a candidate, and so is the XZ. So either one of those are fine. Now I could drag this plane around with my mouse if I wanted to, but I want it to be exactly tangent to the surface, and I know the radius is 0.75, so that's what we're going to go with. So I typed in 0.75 and then hit enter. Alright, so now we have a plane that's exactly touching the surface but not going through it. So I'm going to point to the yellow rectangle, right click, and choose new sketch. Alright, now we're going to go to point, and I want the X to equal 0, and that's the way I know that it's centered left to right. And I'm going to left click it there, and put it there. And then I'm going to dimension it vertically 1.5 inches up, so that it's in the center. So 1.5, because the whole thing is 3 inches high, that's going to be in the center. Excellent. So finish my sketch, go to hole. It auto selects it because it's the only point on the drawing. It knows where you want it. But we have to change a lot of these things. So we want the depth to be 0.875, and we want the diameter to be 625, which is 5/8 of an inch. Termination is already selected at distance. We want this to be a threaded hole, and it auto selects 5/8, 11 UNC thread. So that's what we want. So we're going to check OK. Now we're going to get rid of this work plane or make it invisible because I don't want to see it anymore. So I'll finish that. And that is the mallet head. So I'm going to go ahead and save that. And now I'm going to go to New. And we're going to make it a handle. So standard inch IPT. And I'm going to create a 2D sketch. The handle is 5/8 of an inch in diameter. So I'll go to the origin, left click, type in decimal 625, press enter. Let's save. Oh, can't save it here. Oops. Got a little excited. Let's save it because I forgot to save it. So save, and we're going to call it mallet handle handle. Now we're going to extrude it 8 inches. So go to extrude, type in 8, hit enter, and now it's 8 inches long. Alright, now we're going to put a chamfer on the end of it. The chamfer is going to be decimal 0.625, which is a 1/16 of an inch, and hit enter. So now we're just going to thread the end. So we're going to go to thread up here under modify, and we're going to uncheck full length. We're going to type the length to be decimal 875. Oh wait, no. We want it to be decimal 625, 1/8 of an inch. And now we're going to go to choose the face command. Go right down here, left click, and choose OK. So that is the mallet handle. So now we're going to save that, and we're almost through. We're going to go ahead now and make the assembly of all this. So we'll go to New, choose Assembly, Standard, and now we're going to place the head and the handle. So the head's already selected, so there we go. Left click, right click, check OK, place, handle, left click, open, left click, right click, check OK. Alright. Now this can be really kind of tricky sometimes. Hopefully I'll make it look easy. So we're going to go to Constrain, and we're going to choose Insert, and so what we're looking for is there's a center line with the arrow facing down towards the threads, circle at the end of the threads. So I'm going to left click there, and I'm looking for center line through the center of the circle, circle at the inside of the circle.
Good morning, everybody.
Alright, now we're just going to, it works, so now we're just going to hit OK. And you can see we have the mallet head and handle have been joined up just exactly like what we want. So we're going to go ahead and save that as, let's save that as mallet assembly. You could also have put this right in with the rest of the pegboard toy if you wanted to. That's the whole thing. Now you're done.